Very good afternoon to our viewers around the world and welcome back to Tolerance Soul, Abu Dhabi. It's a great day. Nice breeze blowing a picturesque ground and we are all set for the match number 2 of Abu Dhabi Women's T20 2025 UAE taking on Essex. Let's head down to the sidelines where we got Awasali alongside 2 captains and the match official for the all-important toss.
Well, it's toss time here for match number 2 of Abu Dhabi Women's T20 2025. We're expecting to have an absolute crackerjack of a contest as UAE is taking on Team Essex. It's now time to introduce you to the 2 captains. On my left is Isha Oza from UAE. On her left is Eva from Team Essex. And on the extreme left is Kashif Billah, our match official. Isha, you've got the coin. Please give it a spin. Tails is the call. Eva, can you just please step forward? Let's have a few words with you. Congratulations, you won the toss. What's the plan?
We're going to have a bowl. Just good to get out there as a group. First kind of match of the season, and hopefully restrict into a total and then knock it off.
Well, it's your first game of your tournament, so how much do you think is a decent target you would want to restrict the opponents on this wicket?
We're looking at about 140, 150. We've just had a little glimpse at the game before, so we fancy our chance of chasing that down.
First game of the tournament, what are the key areas you would want to focus?
We're just going to try and keep things nice and simple, bowl nice and straight, attack the stumps, kind of throw in some variations in there and set good fields, and then with the bat just be nice and positive.
Best of luck, Eva. Give us a good game.
Thanks very much. Cheers.
Unfortunately, you've lost the toss. If you won the toss, what was your plan?
We were also going to have a bowl first, but I think we're happy to bat first. Looking at the first game, the team batting first won, put up a good score. So, it's always a good opportunity to go out and put runs on the board.
First game of the tournament, how much do you think is going to be a decent target you want to post?
I'd say 150 would be something decent. Looks like a pretty good wicket to bat on and a good outfield. So, anything above 150 would be good, I guess.
First game of the tournament, I'm sure and pretty much optimistic there will be a lot of excitement in the camp and the girls will be ready to go inside.
Yeah, definitely. These kind of opportunities are something we look forward to play for, and I think just getting these games, everybody's excited, ready to go, and hopefully we have a good day out today.
Give us a good game, Isha. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Well, that's the news coming in from the centre is that Team Essex, they won the toss and they've decided to bowl first.
Thank you very much, Awasali. And the news from the center is that Essex, they have won the toss and decided to bowl first. And joining me in the comm box is going to be Awasali.
Hey, good afternoon to all our viewers. Let's have a quick look at the playing 11 of ECB Women, starting off with Isha Oza, Tita Satish, Hina Hochandani, Samhera, Shashikala Silva, Renita Rajit, Induja Nandakumar, Lavanya Kenny, Katie Thompson, Michelle Bota, and Odeni Kuruparachi. So it's a formidable and a very balanced looking side of ECB Women. They're playing their first encounter, and that too against one of the top quality sides back in the UK, the county side of Team Essex. And let's have a rundown quickly. It's starting off with Sophie Munro, Abtaha Maksood, Amara Kerr, Kelly Castle, Ariana Dowse, Eva Gray, Cordelia Griffith, Alice McLeod, Florence Miller, Kate Kopak, and Sophie Smale. This is going to be a cracker of a contest. They've got some quality bowlers in the lineup, excellent all-rounders in the top order. It looks quite strong. And the captain, Eva Gray, she had absolutely no hesitancy after winning the toss. She always wanted to utilize this fresh track we've seen even in the first match. Right then, places the umpire. It's ball number 1. Lovely delivery, right on the money. And the captain, Isha Uza, gets off the mark with a single.
Nicely played. Good toss to win for Essex. And they've decided to bowl first, obviously. The reasons are with the new ball, we see a little bit of movement. Nice breeze blowing, good conditions to bowl first. And obviously, they're playing their first game. They want to have a look at the conditions.
Yeah, we've seen even in the first game, in the opening game, the ball did tend to keep slightly low. And that's where we've seen the fast bowlers. They picked up a few wickets in the form of bowled and LBW. And that's all because the conditions here in Tolerance Oval Abu Dhabi, it's quite different as to what is in back home. Back in Australia, back in UK, the ball really comes onto the bat nicely. Lovely ball. That's a good start by Kopak. And both the batters in the middle. Satish and Oza, they will want to just stay in the middle at least for the 3-4 overs, just to get used to the conditions, adapt to the situation, and then get a move on.
Oh, absolutely. They got to apply themselves on this track. It's a slow track. It's really important to get your eye in, and then runs will flow.
She's thumped this down the ground, but excellent bit of work, good bit of fielding. That's a good start here by Kate Kopak. She's bowling a bit too full, which is good. And this is what you love to see, the fast bowlers using the wickets to its full potential. Asghar Khan, that's where I believe, as a fast bowler, you really have that great opportunity to get those outside edges going in your favour.
Yeah, you got to be prepared to get driven every now and then with a new ball, but you give yourself a chance. Slip in place.
Drifting down the leg side, and I think the captain Isha Oza has certainly missed out on an opportunity. All she had to do is just get some bat on it, and this lightning quick outfield would have done the rest.
Yeah, missed out. She'll be touch disappointed. Onto the pads, no fine leg. But early on in the innings, sometimes you do tend to miss out on those opportunities. You got to be sharp on your feet. Kopak steaming in.
Oh, that is a glorious stroke, but unfortunately not really finding the desired gap. Nonetheless, it's turning out to be a good start so far by Kate Kopak.
Yeah, she just needs to pull his length back slightly. Obviously, she's looking for that early movement, that swing on offer, but still the length is important. The odd off cutter will also work. There's a short cover in place.
Yeah, got a slip as well. Swing and a miss. It was slightly wider, trying to fetch that away from a body. It's a dot delivery close out. A good over by Kate Kopak. It's 1 gone, 3 for no loss. So for Sophia Munro to be bowling the second over of this game, not the best of starts, drifting down the leg side and starts off with a wide.
Yeah, obviously, first delivery. She's trying a bit too hard to get it up and string onto the pads. Wonderful. New bowler, Sophia Munro. The captain having a slip in. Excellent captaincy. Can he get it? Can she get it right?
Good delivery, right on the money. It's a good little contest we're witnessing so far, and this is where the captain Isha Oza and Tirtha Satish, they'll have to be smart in their approach. They are facing one of the best quality bowlers of Team Essex, and that's where you just need to see off a few overs. Yes, go after the loose deliveries, but don't have to be really over ambitious and reckless early on, especially against Munro. Short delivery, it's been punched away nicely, and brilliant bit of fielding. Just a single is what on offer.
That's excellent work on the offside at backfoot point. Sharp, diving away, and she really stopped that one. Had that past her, would have been a boundary. Such a fast outfield. 5 for no loss. Decent start for both the teams.
Yeah, so far so good. Pretty much relaxed looking dugout of Team Essex. They're playing their first encounter here in Abu Dhabi, and they just need to get used to the conditions and adapt pretty quickly, and this is what we've seen even in the first game. Yorkshire and Tasmania Tigers, they did extremely well and adjusted to this wicket very quickly. Coming around the wicket, that's been pulled away. She's got protection there in the deep. So dealing in singles at the moment.
Yeah, looking to break free. No boundaries so far. Good stuff here. It takes a while being a foreign side to come to these conditions, and as a bowler or as a batter, you got to assess pretty quickly what kind of length is ideal for this surface. I think those off cutters, those slow balls will come in very handy.
Beautifully bowled. She's bowling in those perfect lengths at the moment, and also the line has been the key so far. She's not really letting the batters free their arms, and this is where both the batters, Isha and Tirtha, they just need to stay calm in the middle. Just weather the storm. We will see the ball will come onto the bat pretty nicely after the power play.
Oh, absolutely. As your innings, you get into your innings, it gets easier. But at the start, it's always a hard venue to start off your innings.
Beautifully bowled once again. She's really doing a fine job. As Sophie Munro, she's using the new ball to its full potential and ensuring she pitches the ball at the right areas. So Isha Oza, she's already played 8 deliveries, which is completely okay. We're just in the second over, and that could really change in a jiffy. We know how talented a cricketer she is, Isha Oza, the captain.
Absolutely. It's perfect opportunity for her to really raise his game, have a decent knock straight away on the offside. Dot ball to finish. Excellent stuff from Sophie. 6 for none after 2 overs. Six for no loss after 2 overs. UAE.
It's the captain, Eva Gray. She's opted to come to the attack pretty early. Another very handy bowler, was pretty confident during the toss, and she always wanted to bowl first on this surface. And I think that was a very good move. We've seen the ball does tend to jag around with the new ball. It's a fresh new surface. It's day 1 here of Abu Dhabi Women's T20. So there will be something to offer for the medium pace bowlers. There you go. Once again, that ball never really arriving. We're just in the 3rd over, Asghar Khan, and that ball did hold up into the surface, never really arrived.
Yeah, it's a slow pitch, especially the pace wise. There's a little bit of tennis ball bounce, a little bit of tackiness. Second game of the day, it's not quick enough where the batters could really enjoy and hit through the line. I think it's the pitch where you have to craft and work hard for your runs. Another very good delivery from Eva.
Yeah, it's a brilliant start by Team Essex. They're keeping the things relatively simple in the middle. And also, we'd like to add here, Asghar Khan, that talking about the captain Isha Oza, she's been the best batter and she's been winning awards. And she's been 2 times ICC Associate Player of the Year, twice.
That's a massive achievement from her, and a very bright future ahead of her. Wonderful talent. Actually steered away on the offside. Will just be a single.
Yeah, she's the backbone of her team. And more often than not, we have seen when Isha Oza, she gets going, she will ensure she gets her team off to flyers. And even now, this has turned out to be a very sensible knock. This is good approach. She's not really going after the bowlers. And that's all because the medium paces, so far, they're doing a fine job. They're bowling in perfect channels and really not letting the batters free their arms. Slip in place, comes down the track, uses her feet, and as going towards the boundary. This will certainly give her a lot of confidence.
Excellent use of the feet. Something which is just required for this surface. Try and use your feet. That's what exactly she has done. Got to the pitch of the ball. Beautifully placed between cover and mid-off. Fast outfield. Great effort. Desperate dive, but it was always 4 written all over it.
Fine shot. She's cracked this over the inner fielder and make that another boundary. So now Isha Oza, she's decided to shift gears early on.
Captain to captain, 2 boundaries to finish off the 3rd over. Isha Oza on a roll now, 15 without loss after 3.
Go back to continue, bowled an excellent first over. Tried to cut that too close to her body. Tirtha Satish, she's played a few deliveries now. And on the other end, the captain, she looks to be in sublime touch.
Yeah, she started off really well. A couple of boundaries of Eva Gray in the previous over. Now she's looking confident. Got the pace of this pitch. Foolish delivery and a polite inquiry, but there was no bat involved.
Well, all they need to ensure, the batters of UAE, that they don't lose early wickets. That is going to be the key element, that they need to hold on to their wickets. The moment you start losing wickets early on, especially in the power play, it just puts you under a bit of pressure early on, and that's what you don't want to happen. You don't want your middle order batters to be coming so early in the innings. And this is where Tirtha Satish and Isha Oza, they've been smart in their approach. It's a T20 format. You just need a couple of big overs to really get the momentum back in your favor. 16 in 3.3, I think it's pretty much okay.
Because they haven't lost a wicket as yet. That's also you take into consideration. And we have seen on this pitch, spending time in the middle is absolutely key. You can always cut loose. As your innings progress, the runs tends to flow. Right now, 16 for none. Kopak continuing a nice flowing drive, but brilliant piece of fielding.
Well, this shot, it really deserves some runs. That was a glorious looking stroke. Getting her front foot forward onto the line of the delivery and just kneeling forward. And she looked so elegant the moment she struck that. And just couldn't find the desired timing. Yeah, talking about the first innings, how brilliant was Tabata Sawil. 76 runs, just 56 from Tasmanian Tigers. Took her time initially, but once she got going, there was no stopping. Lovely ball. That's a very good delivery. And this is where she needs to be a little persistent to be bowling in these tight channels.
A terrific delivery there, nicely played. Playing with the full face of the bat. Coming back to your point, I think it's imperative for the batters on this slow pitch. Getting your eye in, getting the pace and the bounce. And she was brilliant with that knock of 76 for Tasmania.
Comes down the track and she's thumped it once again towards the boundary. The captain is taking the charge to the bowlers. And all of a sudden now she's getting those gaps. So it's a good stroke to close out the 4th over. ECB 20 for no loss. Well, at this stage, I believe both the teams will believe that they have gotten off to a decent start. Essex, they haven't given many runs. On the other end, UAE, what they have ensured that they have not lost a wicket. And it's a good little knock even by Tita Satish. She's just holding one end and ensuring that she gives the strike now to Isha Oza. Coming around the wicket. Yeah, that was a loose delivery now. This should have been really hit towards the boundary. It was full, it was in the arc, but just not getting the desired timing.
She's played a few good shots up till this point. Unfortunately, she couldn't really place them. Placement is also a big part of batting. You get a loose delivery, you have to make sure you hit those gaps.
Oh, she has certainly hit in the gap. That is a magnificent stroke along the carpet. And how elegantly she's placed it to perfection to get her boundary. And this should release a bit of nerves and tension.
Slightly too full, slightly too wide. Great placement. Outstanding. Opening the face a fraction, and look at that go. Such a fast outfield. You get full value for your shots here at the Torrance Oval.
Glorious stroke. She just let the ball come to her and played it as late as she could, opening the face of the bat at the right time. Now she's flicked it away and she's dismissed it from her presence. This is a brilliant stroke yet again. And Tirtha Satish now joins in the act, joins the party alongside her captain.
Excellent shot. Bit too straight, Munro, on that occasion. And she's just whipped her through mid-wicket. Top shot. And that's what we were discussing. The moment you spend a little bit of time in the middle, runs will come.
Absolutely, Asghar Khan. Couldn't agree more on that. She is getting that little bit of movement, which is coming late. But Tirtha, she's doing a fine job. Well, this is skied up in the air. Not where she intended to play. And fortune favoring the brave. It's gone for yet another boundary. It's turning out to be a massive over.
3 boundaries of 3 deliveries. This time behind square on the leg side. Banged in short and got a bit of a leading edge, but was always safe. No fine leg. The square leg had to come a long way to cover that one. So runs flowing here.
Yeah, it's turned out to be a handy over for Team UAE, and this was certainly required. Now finding themselves in a better position. Short delivery. This has been cut away with precision. What a tremendous knock Tirtha Satish is playing. She started off slowly, but now she's really taking on the charge and has taken Munro to cleaners in this over.
Reaping the rewards for hard work initially. Now she's beginning to flow to all parts of the ground. That was a wonderful shot of the back foot.
Yeah, and also you can just observe the body language. She seems to be so confident in the middle. That is great stuff, to say the least. Tirtha Satish is just cruised on to 20 in no time. Took her time initially, and this is exactly what we were discussing early on, Asghar Khan, that once you get hold of the service, once you get yourself in, it's much easier. Good comeback delivery, slightly shorter, and a dot delivery to close out. A very good over for Team UAE. It's 5 gone, 36 for no loss. Well, they're off to a blistering start. Team UAE, it was first Isha Oza, the captain, striking a couple of lovely boundaries, and then Tirtha Satish. She was brilliant in the last over, getting 4 boundaries back to back. It's going to be the captain, Eva Gray, to continue, bowled a good little over, and she decided to introduce herself to be bowling the last over of the power play.
That last over going for 16 has really put ECB back on track. 37 for none. It's an excellent start, I would say, on a slow wicket. They've got 10 wickets in hand. 2 batters well settled in the middle. Ominous signs. Essex, they need a breakthrough.
Yeah, they just need to carry on with the momentum. They're going along so well, they don't have to do anything extraordinary. They can just do what they're doing in the middle. And we have seen that, oh, this is going to be close, direct hit. And I think it would have been a close call. You have to be very careful. You don't lose your wicket when you're batting so well in a form of run out.
Absolutely. At this stage of the game, when these 2 batters going along so nicely, you got to sort out those communication. Got to be spot on.
Thumb down the ground. That is a magnificent stroke yet again. She read the trajectory and that slower delivery, the variation so early, and has struck this down the ground like a cannonball.
Wonderful shot from Isha. Pitched up delivery. She's not afraid to go over the top. Wonderful shot. Powerfully struck over the top. That's the second time he's taken on Eva, and absolutely she's nailed that for 4.
Once again, she hits it hard, but this time can't really surpass the mid-off field. A bit of a fumble will allow them to take a single, so they're off to a flyer here, Team UAE. And this is where I think they've got a real chance to be scoring somewhere around 160, 170, Asghar Khan, which is really challenging on this kind of a surface. We've seen the spinners, they play a huge role when they come on to ball with the old ball.
A good foundation laid by the openers. The middle order right now, or just down the leg side. But they got to be careful. I mean, it's a slow wicket, and 1 wicket brings to all of a sudden the game. The momentum can shift for Essex. So from their point of view, they just need to hang in there, bowl couple of dot balls, couple of tight overs, and inspire fielding effort somewhere. A good catch, run out. Things can change pretty quickly.
She's flicked this away. 1 bounce into the fence. Glorious stroke yet again. Eva Gray, the captain, drifting onto the leg side, and you can't be bowling to her pads. She's very strong in those areas.
A wonderful shot, but not a great delivery. That was a bit of a freebie. Whipped away. Last 1.5 overs produced 28 runs. First 4 overs, 20 without loss. And that goes to show, if you spend time on this track, runs can flow.
Last delivery of the power play. Slower delivery, cut away. It's a dot to close out yet another successful over for Team UAE. We're done and dusted with the power play, and it's Team UAE, which will be much happier. 48 for no loss after 6.
.48 for none after 6 overs. Great start from the openers of ECB. And it's going to be a bowling change. First sign of spin. Up the hub, Maqsood into the attack. Nicely played. To long on for a single. It's really important for these two now that they got a start, a solid start. At least one of them need to convert this into a big one. And if they do, go that far, batting deep into this innings, that will mean UAE getting somewhere around over 170, 180, which could be a stiff chase. Big full toss. And in the air and away from that square leg. That's gone all the way. Trying to give the ball air. It turned out to be a nice, juicy, full toss. Beautifully dispatched over square leg for 6. With that 6, 50 up here for ECB. They're going along brilliantly now. Swept away fine, but she doesn't get the placement on that occasion. It's a magnificent start. She's gone again through that mid-wicket area. This time, it'll just be a single. Essex, they need a breakthrough here. They've got to get their length right on this surface. Either they've been too straight or too short on occasions. Down the leg side. Is drifting on with the arm. Given us a wide. She's got 2 fielders behind square on the leg side. Can't afford to stray onto that middle leg stump. Isha D'Souza. We can play a nice sweep. Give him 4. Meanwhile, she drives and drives along the carpet for a single. They've been very, very smart in terms of building this innings, these two. Swept straight to square leg. She was looking to play that shot a lot finer. And that's the end of 7th over. Another productive one for ECB. 59 for none after 7. $59 for none after 7 overs. Brilliant start here from the openers. Nicely played. Straight to mid-off. That's the value and of working hard on this surface. Well, she's just overstepped the mark there. And it's going to be a free hit. Free hit. Offside, off stump. She beats him. She'll be a little disappointed. Couldn't really lay back to bowl. Kelly Castle getting away with that free hit. It was a good comeback. Get a dot ball in after overstepping the mark. That's a big shot, chance and taken. Excellent catching. Kelly picks up a wicket, an important one as well. Tirtha holding out in the deep at mid-on. She was playing so well. Perhaps it wasn't required from her to go for that big shot, slightly hitting into a strong breeze as well. That really not quite out of the middle of the bat. Essex make their first breakthrough, a much needed one. ECB 60 for 1 after 7.2. Renita walks out to the center. Very good situation to come in as a number 3 batter after the openers laid a strong foundation, going along nicely over 8 runs per over currently. She's got to get through this period. First 5 to 10 deliveries, just knock it around in the gaps. Get her eye in down the leg side from Cali Castle. Essex, it's a perfect opportunity for them with a new batter in the middle. Try and squeeze a couple of dot deliveries, a couple of tight overs, and bring that current rate down a fraction. Try and make inroads into that middle order. Beats her around off stump. A relaxed looking dugout. Plenty of talent there. Nicely played. Rolling our fingers down the seam. Good stuff here from Cali Castle. This is a slowish wicket, and it's not a bad ploy to consistently mix things up and make it even harder for the batters to really trust and hit through the line. Because on a slow wicket, that short cover, short mid wicket are always in play. Lovely flick through the onside. Unfortunately for her, she just picked out that fielder at fine leg. Renita is off with a nice flick, getting off the mark. Nicely played down the ground. Will be another single. So runs are coming in singles at the moment. 8 overs gone, 63 for 1. Tossed up delivery, lofted down the ground, just short of her at mid-on. It's really important for Aisha now to kick on. She's lost her opening partner. Now really, the responsibility is on her shoulders to carry the momentum and also bat deep into this innings. Lofted, just enough to clear mid-off. Will just be a single. Nicely bowled there by Maqsood. Tossing the ball up, pulling those slowish leg spinners. Just needs to mix things up here. Short delivery pulled away. She'll be disappointed. She had so much time to place that behind square. There was no one at square leg. The square leg was in the ring. So certainly she's missed out on few runs here. We also seen as the spinners come on, run scoring becomes a little more trickier on this surface. Tossed up, beautifully played. She's really timed that one brilliantly. Excellent stroke from Renita. Through the offside, was tossed up. Excellent technique. Front foot stride, going to the pitch of the ball and also finding the gap. Oh, that's a very, very good delivery. Excellent ball. A little bit of turn as well. She's given that a real rip. Turning past the outside edge. On this occasion, she has picked up the gap. A loose delivery after a great ball, just dragged on from Maqsood and beautifully pounced on it by Renita. 9 overs done, 74 for 1. Callie Castle will continue 4 for 1 in her opening over. She's done really well. She's mixing things up. Even in our first over, few cutters. Just like that. Lofted. A tough chance. Diving forward. Unfortunately, she couldn't hold on to that one. Can't really call it a chance. It was great effort. Let's have a look. Pitched up delivery. She does hit the ball hard. Isha down the ground. Really, that was a wonderful effort. Can't really blame her there. Full marks for the commitment in the field. One of those kind of fielding efforts. Just fall short of her. Firmly struck down the ground. That single, she moves on to 29. And Renit Good partnership developing here in the middle. 79 for 1 after 9.2 overs. Kelly Castle. Can he provide another breakthrough? Nicely played on the onside. A quick single. And comfortably made at the end. ECB, they are in solid position, I would say, because they have 9 wickets in hand. 9 wickets provides them that freedom to start playing few shots, especially after 3 or 4 overs. Stayed away on the offside. Great work here again from Maqsood. Backward point area on the offside. She's not offering any sort of pace to really work with. Pulling it into the surface, slowing things up. That's not a bad ploy on this surface, which is pace-wise is a slow surface. But if you apply yourself, the batters who have the patience can score runs on this track. This time played away on the onside. Firmly hit. Another couple of runs here for Isha. Captain leading from the front. Batting at the top of the order. He's put up a wonderful show. 33 of 24. The job is not done as yet. She's got to kick on and convert this into a big score, and if she does that, that means ECB will get past that 170 mark. Should be a very good total batting first on this track. Nicely played. That's brilliant. Through the offside from Isha. Cracking drive to finish the 10th over. 88 for 1 after 10. 88 for 1. UAE after 10 overs. It's a great foundation laid by the top 3 so far. And the captain leading the way. She's played so well. Isha, 37 not out. Renita, she started off well. 11 not out for her. And Essex, they will need more wickets. Munro back into the attack. Starts off with a shortish delivery, and it's going to be one of the over as well, as she really banged that one hard into the surface, and just a tennis ball bounce in the surface going over the top. She's been touch expensive. Onto that middle leg stump. I think it will be leg buys. No, she got a little bit of bat or glove on it. So a single. Munro, she's got to attack that off stump line. It's got protection. The sweeper cover on the offside. Backward point, cover and went off. Heavy leg side field though. Square leg mid wicket, deep mid wicket, long on, and short fine on the onside. She's cracked that with some style. Terrific blow from Isha again. She's gone over the top. That's her strength. She is always prepared to go over the top. Anything up in her arc, she's that good. Wonderful strike. So the captain leading the way, 41 now. Beautifully played. That is a tremendous stroke as well from her onto that front foot in a flash. And this time she goes all along the carpet. Really quality footwork from Isha. And Munro touched too full on that occasion. She's not been able to hit those consistent areas, that corridor of uncertainty. That has gone straight up in the air. Redemption for Munro. That's a big wicket against the run of play. UAE captain Isha, she's lost her wicket trying to play that pull shot. May have just held up in the surface. But what a timely breakthrough here for Essex. She's played brilliantly. She's gone for 45. 29 deliveries. UAE now 98 for 2. .98 for 2. Timely breakthrough for Essex. Sophie Munro getting that breakthrough. She's touch expensive in this spell, but she's got a big wicket. It's perfect opportunity here for Sophie Munro to apply some pressure. Hina walks out to the center. So left hand, right hand combination here for UAE. And it's a perfect opportunity for Hina to get some runs here. Clipped away on the onside. She gets off the mark with a stylish flick. 99 for 2 now. Sophie Munro getting that important wicket of Isha. She was going along brilliantly. And this could be the opening Essex must capitalize on. Try and apply extra bit of pressure, perhaps get another man in the ring. Nicely bowled. Good finish to the over from Munro. 11 gone, 99 for 2. $99 for 2. Eva Gray, captain of Essex, brings herself on. Clipped away nicely by Hina, getting that one away on the onside. She's shown us that she's quite strong of her pads. 100 up for ECB with 8.5 overs remaining. They'll be eyeing a score of 170 at least. But they're going to have to play well. Clipped away on the onside for another single. So they're just trying to work the ball into the gaps. And it's also an opportunity for Eva Gray to tighten the screws here for Essex. Off-pace delivery. Almost chipped towards mid-off. Good control from Eva Gray, rolling her fingers down the seam, slowing things up. Excellent take by the wicket keeper. Although it's going to be a wide, real loosener there from Gray down the leg side as she tries to tuck up Hina, the left-hander. Nicely played off the back foot, a dot ball, just about perfect for Essex at this stage of the game. They'll be hoping a considerable slowdown here for UAE. That's what happens. You lose a couple of wickets, all of a sudden it becomes a different ball game. Nicely glided. Fine. Fast outfield. 4 runs. Excellent batting there from Hina. She's waited and nudged it. Fine for a 4. Such a fast outfield here at the Tolerance Oval. Once you get past the fielder, more often than not, it's a boundary. Wasn't a bad delivery at all. Touch unlucky. Upish on the offside, just short of the covers. So good cricket all round. 12 gone. 106 for 2. 106 for 2 after 12. Abatham Maqsood continuing. Swung away on the onside. She's really hit that hard. Past square leg. And a boundary here for Anita. Very good shot. Touch risky. Playing against the spin, but she got pretty much out of the middle of the bat. As a bowler, you don't mind that kind of a stroke. If he can manage a little bit of turn, could be a chance for a top edge. She's gone for it again. That's even better. A convincing sweep shot, which fetches her another boundary. Again, I would say it was a good delivery. I think they got to do something here. Eva Gray perhaps push that square leg back and get mid-wicket or long on inside that 30-yard circle, because she has shown a lot of interest in playing that sweep shot. Twice, it's got 2 boundaries. No change in the field. Nicely played. Intelligent batting. 2 boundaries, then pushing one on the offside for a single. That's the way to go about things. She's doing a fine job here. Moving on to 22 in quick time, just 14 deliveries. So that's good sign for ECB. Nicely clipped away on the onside. Things are looking good here for ECB. They are rotating strike, picking up one odd bad delivery here and there. So both these batters, they're trying to keep the scoreboard moving, which is just about perfect. No real power behind that shot. She was looking to hit it up over extra cover. Got a bit high on the bat. They'll be eyeing a score of 180, that's for sure, with 8 wickets in hand. Down the leg side, it'll be a wide. She's just struggling to maintain that disciplined bowling to the right hand, left hand combination in the middle. Oh, asking the question. And he's given him. Given her out. Was it caught behind? Was it stumping? Not really sure. Big appeal from her, and the umpire raising his finger as the end of Hina here. She was looking really good. Undone by a decent wrong one from Maqsood. 118 for 3 ECB now.
An excellent last over by Abtaha Maqsood. She's picked up an important wicket of Hina Hochandani. She looked quite comfortable the moment she walked in, but all of a sudden she was caught behind. Brilliant take behind the stumps. This has been flicked away nicely. They've got a heavy protection in the leg side, and this is where now Castle, she's been so smart in her approach. She's got a back leg side field, and this is where she's been consistently opting to target the stumps, having a deep square leg, having a deep wicket in place alongside a long on, and also a deep point in place, having the extra cover and the mid-off in the circle. That's drifting down the leg side, and she's missed out an opportunity. Kelly Castle, she's picked up an important wicket of Tirtha Satish, the opening batter. And now over to Lavanya Kenny and Renita Rajit. Renita Rajit, she's batted beautifully so far. She's really provided impetus to this innings. And at this stage, it just looks like Team UAE, they're on the verge of scoring something big. Maybe 170, 180. That is pretty much possible if these two get going. And I think the stage is set. The hard work and the platform has already been laid by the three top order batters. First, Isha Oza getting 45 alongside Tirtha 33, and then the number 3 batting Renita getting 24, and she's still there in the center. So that's good news. That's the dugout of Team UAE. He seemed to be pretty relaxed, a few smiles on the face, and why not when your team is in such a commanding position. Good delivery. Kelly Castle, she's doing a fine job. This is where Team Essex, they'll believe that they need to pick up wickets. That's the only way I believe they can stop the acceleration of the runs. UAE, they've come out with a plan. They have a method, and they've come out all guns blazing. This has been a brilliant inning so far, is what we've witnessed. Once again, nudged away towards deep mid wicket, gets a single. Lavanya Kenny, she's just made her way in the center, has got ample time to really get her eye in the middle, because we're just into the 14th overs. You've got still 36 legal deliveries to go after this over. So maybe you can just try to target a new bowler. Time will tell. Nonetheless, this has turned out to be an excellent over so far. Kelly Castle hasn't provided a boundary yet. I just said yet, and she's provided a boundary. It wasn't all that bad a delivery. It was an excellent stroke. Just waiting and opening the face with the bat, intentionally just guiding it towards the third man. And that is a brilliant stroke. And a handy boundary coming in to close out the 14th over. It's 126 for the loss of 3. Sophie Munro to be bowling her last over. She's done exceptionally well. This has been chipped up in the air and very close. And what just happened there? Was that required? That was just an unnecessary call. And look at what just happened in the middle. There was a lot of miscommunication. And in the end, they've lost another wicket. So another one goes down, and this is where now they had to ensure they don't lose wickets, and they're losing wickets at the wrong time, our UAE. Samira is the new batter. She's just made her way in the center. This is a good little comeback by Team Essex, drifting down the leg side and not the best of efforts behind the stumps. She's let that go and it's going to be given as 5 wides. She started off the over so well, where there was a wicket falling in the form of a run out, and yeah, that's just gone between the legs. And 5 wides have been given. These are very handy runs, and this is where I believe now Essex can really get a grip onto this game. Well, you've gotten these 4 wickets. If you can get the wicket of Rinita Rajit, that's going to be icing to the cake. Beautifully bowled, excellent delivery. Well, as the day has progressed, we've seen that the wicket is just going on to the slower side. It's not really that the fast bowlers are getting a lot of movement off the surface. The ball is slightly now holding up and not really arriving to the batter. And that's where, as a batter, you have to be smart in your approach and ensure you try to play it as late as you can. Try to take a leaf out of the notebook of Isha and Thirtha. Gets that outside edge, another dot delivery. So this is a great opportunity for Team Essex, and they should believe if they can get rid of Rinita Rajit, the set batter, that's going to mean you're going to have 2 new batters at the crease. And this is where Essex will look to really bounce back and ensure that they don't get to that 180 mark, which is certainly on the cards. Lovely delivery onto the stumps, and equally well played with the straighter bat. Samira, she's walked in the 15th over, so she does have the privilege to give herself a bit of time in the center. Just get herself, just apply herself in the middle, get her eye, and once she's used to the conditions, and then she can just shift gears, because we are in the latter part of this innings. Only 5 overs remaining after this over. This is skied up in the air. It's not gone too far. And very lucky. That just could have gone anywhere in the field. And luckily it's fallen in the vacant area. Excellent change of pace. You can see that she's rolled her fingers and went for the variation. And this could have been another wicket down. Essex believe they are doing a fine job. After it was not such a good start, where they were, at one stage UAE were 118 for 2 in 13 overs. These wickets have certainly just slowed down the momentum. Yes, she tried to hit it towards the cover region, but playing it a little too early. Gets a single to close out a good over, and an excellent spell by Monroe. 15 gone, 133 for 4. Kelly Castle to be bowling her last over. She's been decent so far. Just that one expensive over. Otherwise, she's done well. Bowling her last over. Can she pick up a wicket? The keeper has come up onto the stumps, ensuring that Rinita, she doesn't really use her feet, doesn't come down the track. Just really does not allow her to play those free-flowing strokes, where we've seen her quite fittingly using her feet beautifully. So this is going to be a bit of a challenge for Rinita Rajit. And also, I think she's got a great opportunity to get a 50 against one of the top quality sides, Team Essex, against a top quality formidable bowling lineup. She's hit this hard but can't really find the gap. So the boundaries have certainly dried up, and this is what happens when you lose wickets. It just takes the momentum away from you. It was UAE all the way until the 13th over, 118 for 2. That was the score at the end of 13 overs, and then all of a sudden, a couple of wickets falling. It was Abtaha Maksud picking an important wicket, and also Kelly Castle getting important breakthrough. Now this has been worked away towards the fine leg region, and the ball will definitely win the race. She was bowling well until this loose delivery, drifting down the leg side, and all she had to do is just clear the fine leg fielder, which she did to perfection, getting 4 important runs. Yeah, a few spectators out there enjoying game of cricket. 2 top quality sides are battling it out and playing their opening game here in the Abu Dhabi Women's T20. It's quite hot and humid down there in the center. It's not easy really. Glorious stroke, once again playing it along the carpet, intentionally keeping it down the ground. Yeah, so much is going to be dependent on this pair. Samira, we know she's got the knack of really clearing the boundaries with utmost ease. She's a strong hitter alongside, good to see, Renita Rajit. She's playing such a important and such a sensible knock. She's really ensuring she doesn't throw away her wicket. Not at this time. They need her at this stage. Oh, that is a horrid delivery to say the least. I have to wait for the signal of the umpire. Yes, she's gotten bat on this one, and it's trickled away towards the boundary. It's a full toss, loosener, and all she had to do is just work it away. Use the pace of Kelly Castle. She's proven out to be a little expensive in this over. I think it's the right time to introduce Kate Kopak. She bowled exceptionally well. Just the 7 runs is what she provided in her first spell. So maybe it's the right time. You need to go back to your premier bowlers, because you don't want to be chasing 180, 185. That's not going to be easy. Good over coming in for UAE. 16 gone. 145 for 4. So just the 4 overs remaining in this innings. Kate Kopak, surely I believe she's going to bowl a couple of overs. She's been very economical. And alongside Eva Gray, I think the captain will look to bowl 1 more over. So they need 1 more over from someone, and it should be Abtaha Maksud. Yeah, rightfully so. She's going to be bowling her last over. She's done well. Will look to pick up a wicket. Oh, that is a good delivery. Tossed up. It's a good trajectory she's bowling at. And what I really like about Abtaha Maksud, that she's really varying her pace. She's not been predictable. She bowls a couple of flighty deliveries, and all of a sudden she just fires one into the stump. And also she's got an excellent wrong gun. So very talented cricketer. She's showcasing her talent in the middle. This is up in the air and shy the stumps. But she's made her ground. This could have been a catch first, and then of course a run out as well. Quite surprising, she didn't really go for the catch, and I think Abtaha Maksud, she should have been behind the stumps. That's where she would have had a better chance to run out the batter. Singles isn't going to be a problem for Team Essex. What they need to ensure is just stop the run flow boundaries, which is dried up from the last 3 overs. Just that, yeah, last over was good, where we saw Renita cutting loose. This is high up in the air. It's not gone too far, and it's an easy catch taken in the end by McLeod. Lovely ball, tossed up, and just trying to force the issue. She should have gone towards the inside out, but rather went towards long on, and in the process she's lost her wicket. So success once again for Abtaha Maksud. She's been slightly expensive, but She's bowled a quality spell so far, getting another wicket to her tally. It's 146 for 5. Abtaha Maksud providing an important breakthrough for her side. She's been excellent with her variations, and she's made it very unpredictable for the batters. She's been absolutely mind-boggling. This was a timely wicket, a set batter going at the wrong time. Rinita Rajat, she's played a valuable 36. We've seen all the top 3 batters getting good starts, but just could not capitalize and convert those 36 into big one. So now 2 relatively new batters at the crease, and this is where Essex will believe this is a chance. Oh my word, this is suicidal. There was a bit of a fumble by Abtaha, but she's got a smile on her face. She's done well, and that's not good. All of a sudden now they're just losing the ploy, losing the track. Excellent pick up and throw. Let's have a close look once what's happened. Yeah, fumble, and does well. One-handed pick up, no problems. So she's gotten another wicket in this over in the form of a run out. And all of a sudden now, they are losing wickets in a flurry, our team UAE. Abtaha Maksud, she's doing a fine job for her team. It's 146 for the loss of 6. It's turning out to be a terrific over by Abtaha Maksud. She's doing a great job at the moment, and in comes the new batter. Good bit of fielding. It's going to be Michelle Botha. She's walked in a situation where there's not much time left in her hands, so she'll have to just get on with the business straight away. Maybe just a couple of deliveries to get her eye in the middle, and then she'll need to get a move on. Just the last 3 overs remaining. UAE will still believe they've got a great chance to surpass the 170 mark. Nicely bowled. That's a top class delivery. She's very smart in her approach, Abtaha Maksud, and clearly we can see she's enjoying her outing in the center. Excellent conditions for the spinners. She's getting that rip, she's getting that turn and assistance from the surface. It's a dry wicket, and that's the end of a brilliant spell bowled by Abtaha Maksud. She's done for the afternoon. .147 for 6, just the last 3 overs remaining, and in comes Kate Kopak. That is the right move. She's got a couple of overs. Beautifully ball. Excellent delivery. Taking all the pace off these variations. I've been really asking a few questions to the batters of UAE. Of course, she gave a great start in her initial spell where she gave only 7 runs, and also in 12 deliveries she bowled 8 dot deliveries. Shows how beautifully and how disciplined she was with her lines. Oh, missed out. She certainly missed out this one. It was there to be hit. It was a full toss and just trying to hit that a little too hard. Samira. She's already played 11 deliveries now. It's high time she should be getting into the act and ensures she capitalizes on these loose deliveries. Short and trying to hit that a little too hard. Again, there's a bit of confusion. There could have been easily another run out. There's smiles on the face of the Essex team members. And they should believe that they've done a fine job. It's a good little comeback. It was UAE. They were really running away with the show. And that too throughout till the 13th, 14th over. But then all of a sudden they just started losing wickets at regular intervals and also at the wrong time. That has really put the brakes on the acceleration of the runs. And now you have to deal with one of the top bowlers, Kate Kopak, charging in once again. Lovely delivery and a good stroke, but this is exactly what I was trying to mention, that you don't really have much time in your hands. You have to get into the act straight away. 148 is what they've gotten. They'll still believe they are in a commanding position, because even if they go on to get 170, that's a very good score on this surface. Full toss and really should have been tonked towards the mid wicket, but in the end she decided to just place it for a single. Michelle Botha, another very talented right-handed batter. She's got a job in her hands. Alongside Samira, she too should be looking to get a move on. Just the last 13 legal deliveries remaining. Sharp delivery. That's a very good ball, and clearly we can see Samira. She was taken by surprise. Excellent over yet again. She's given only 2 runs in the 18th. UAE are 149 for 6. Eva Gray, the captain, to be bowling the penultimate over. Beautifully bowled. That's a very good delivery. And this is where now the indications are coming off the surface that the ball is keeping slightly low. We saw in the first match the ball, it did have a bit of bounce, but as the day has progressed, we've seen the ball is slightly keeping low. And that's where the batters, they need to be a little careful with their approach. That's been cut away. And they're thinking to come back for the second. It was Michelle Botha who was interested, and rightfully so, denied by Samira. There was never a 2 there. And you don't want to be losing a wicket in a form of run out yet again, because we've already seen one mishap happen in the middle. It was Odeni. Unfortunately, she just played 1 delivery and was run out. Nicely bowled. This is very smart bowling by Eva Gray. She's realized that this wicket is on the slower side. So she's very smart in her operations. She's ensuring she takes all the pace of the ball and letting the batters use their force and might. And that's where there is a bit of a difficulty for the batters to really go big. runs towards the cover region. They have ran the first one quick. And only a single. This is a terrific comeback by Team Essex. Surely UAE will believe at this stage they should have been somewhere around 170, 175. The way the captain Isha Oza and Tirtha Satish gave a magnificent start. And also to follow, it was Renita Rejit, 36 in just 23 deliveries. And then all of a sudden, the wicket's starting to fall. And runs are difficult to come by. And that's all because Essex bowlers, they are reading the game and reading the surface beautifully. They're pitching the ball at the right areas and making life tough for the batters. It's that kind of a wicket. It's not all that easy the moment you just walk in the middle and you can just go all guns blazing. That's not going to happen. It's a tough wicket. You need to give yourself time. We saw Isha Oza, the captain, gave herself a lot of time initially. That's a wild swing. She just wanted to go a bit too hard. Nonetheless, this has turned out to be a tremendous over yet again by the captain, Eva Gray. .152 for 6 after 19. Well, at one point, not to forget, UAE were 118 for 2 in 13 overs, and that's where we thought they're going to surpass 180. This is a brilliant comeback by the bowlers. This is high up in the air. It's a miscued shot, and luckily it's fallen in the vacant area. Gets only a single. Singles aren't going to harm Team Essex. This has been a magnificent comeback, and I think we need to give a lot of credit to the captain, Eva Gray. She's been smart with the rotation of his bowlers, and she's brought the spinners at the right time, and also she's bowled herself at crucial junctures, really taking the charge and taking the matters in her own hands. That's his very good leadership qualities. And also, she's held a couple of overs of her main bowler, Kate Kopak, who gave hardly any runs in her first spell, and now you can see what she's done. She's bowled a fabulous last over, the 17th over, and now she's bowling the last over. And it's not going to be easy for the batters to really go after her, because Kate Kopak, she's got a lot of variations under his sleeve. She's one of those bowlers who really reads the batter mind right till the end and then releases the ball. A tailor-made situation for Kate Kopak. Just 3 singles is what she's given. Bowling according to her field, she's got a back leg side feel, a deep square, a deep mid-wicket. Sharp bumper. And that's another wicket going down, and finally, after bowling some disciplined line and lengths, it is Kate Kopak getting her reward. Things aren't looking too bright for UAE. Look at this delivery. Short, and she tried to create room for herself, wanted to go big. The idea was right, but just could not get the power, and she's found the fielder. So another wicket goes down at the wrong time. It's Samira. She's done well, but just at the nick of the time, she's lost her wicket after scoring 13 in 17 deliveries. It's 155 for 7. Brilliant stuff so far by Kate Kopak. She's only given 3, last 2 deliveries coming in. Short, and that ball hurried on to her. Could be a run out. No. I think they've done well. Good call. It was Michelle Botha. She was the one who initiated the call, and there was a bit of a stutter, but no real damage done. The umpire wants to have a close look. Yeah, she's safe. No problems whatsoever. So I believe that UAE from a point at what they were initially, they are 20 to 25 runs short easily. Last delivery of the innings. Lovely ball. Could be a run out. Oh, she's missed it. I think she can see the funny side of it, and all her teammates too. They can just have a bit of a laugh in the end because she's done exceptionally well. She's bowled her heart out, and this has been tremendous spell. Look at this. Oh my word, those expressions, I think it says it all. She knows that her teammates are surely going to have a few words on this after the game is over. Nonetheless, this is a brilliant comeback by Team Essex. They've done exceptionally well. It has been a collective performance by the fast bowlers. Taha Maqsood, she was a bit expensive, but she's picked up 2 important wickets, and that too when the batters were looking good. In terms of UAE, well, they have given something to these bowlers to bowl at, but from what they were early on, as to when Isha Oza and Tirtha Satish, they were batting, it looked like they were on the verge of scoring something big. That's the batting card for you. And you can see the 3 top order batters. They've done exceptionally well. And it's quite surprising. None of these 3 batters could really go on to score to 50. All 3 had a great opportunity and a lot of time to really achieve the personal milestone, but just losing the track and losing wickets at the wrong time and regular intervals. And the middle order batters, this was a bit of a struggle to say the least. Michelle Botha and Shashilka Silva in the end couldn't really get going, and 156 is what they've scored in the lot of 20 overs. It has been an impressive bowling display overall, and the captain was very smart, Eva Gray, with the rotation of her bowlers. A few impressive spells, but for me, the pick of the bowlers by far, Kate Kopak, 4 overs, 13 runs and a wicket to her name. Sophie Munro bowled exceptionally well. Eva Gray didn't pick up a wicket, but she bowled decent. Taha Maqsood picking up 2 important wickets at crucial junctures, and also Kelly Castle has done a good job by picking up 1 wicket and 17 extras. That is one area of concern which Team Essex will look into when they go out. Right then, first innings done and dusted, and Essex, this is what they will need when they come out to bat. 158 in the allotted 20 overs with a required run rate of almost 8 runs per over. So this is going to be an exciting and a fascinating run chase. We're just going to take a short little break, and we will be back soon with live action. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to Tolerance over here in Abu Dhabi for the run chase of Essex against UAE in the second match of Abu Dhabi Women's 2025. Should be an exciting run chase. Nicely played off the back foot. Steered away on the offside. Good start here. Just bowling that short of a length. First up, Essex openers, they got to apply themselves here. Once you assess the pace and bounce of this surface, the runs to be have. Wrapped on the pad, perhaps just going down the leg side. Decent start, first up, getting the ball up. On a slow wicket, you got to get your length right. Nicely played, offering the full face of the bat. It's a pretty good start here. Both the teams will be looking to get off to a good start. Clipped away towards mid-on. Down outside the ring, and she gets off the mark with a stylish flick. She started off really well, Anduja, bowling a nice length and keeping it on the stumps. That is also key to having success on this surface. Ariano on strike. Plays it with the full face of the bat once again. Chasing 158. I think it's a decent score, but 15 to 20 runs light. UAE, they'll feel like at one stage they had the opportunity to post somewhere around 180, but having said that, if they bowl well, utilize the conditions, this could be a close game. Nicely clipped away. A quick throw back to the keeper. That was nicely clipped, but sent back just in time. The fielding looking sharp. 2 for none after 1, Essex. Two for none, Essex. Shashikala into the attack for the first time. Very good start here from UAE with the ball. Tight first over. Oh, playing a big expansive cover drive and missing that one. Alice looking to drive through the offside. She gets beaten on that occasion. Essex openers, they need to just assess the conditions. Why do I say that? Because you come from far, these conditions, foreign conditions, it takes a bit of time for you to get used to the bounce, used to the pace. Nicely clipped away. Shot fine in the ring. First boundary for Alice, and she's away with a boundary. Loose delivery there. Shimmy down the pitch, turning into a low full toss and clipped away beautifully behind square for a boundary. It's all about a start if 40-50 on the board without losing too many wickets. At best, one down after 6 overs. They got to lay that foundation, and then they have a fair chance of going on and chasing these runs. Nicely punched off the back foot to the sweeper cover on the offside. Pace-wise, this surface is not the quickest, so the batters, they have ample amount of time to rock back and play it off the back foot comfortably. Good captaincy, having a slip in, but I think on this slowish wicket, short cover and short mid wicket, also options, those catching options. Again, going onto that back foot. There's no real skidness as far as this track goes. Even fraction short, and at this pace, you can play it off the back foot with ease. Seven for none, Essex. Decent start from both the teams. This time cut away and straight to hand. Excellent catching. UAE have struck. I was traveling at a decent pace. She didn't try to keep it down, just sliced it. Excellent catching. First wicket for UAE. 7 for 1, Essex. Seven for 1, Essex. Cordelia Griffith walks out at number 3. Early blow here for Essex. It wasn't a great delivery, to be honest, but catching. It was a wonderful catch. Eight for 1. That was a wide delivery. She's got to get a little close to that off stump. Eight for 1. Perfect start as far as UAE concerned. Again, nicely played. This time she finds the gap. There's protection at deep point. Just be a single. 2 overs gone. 9 for 1, Essex. Hinduja will continue. Nice in swinger. Wicketkeeper up to the stumps. So she'll just make sure that he keeps the batters within that popping crease. I think that's a very good move from the wicketkeeper. Looking to force it through the offside. Not enough width there. Excellent bowling from Anduja. She's keeping it around that fifth stump, sixth stump channel. You don't want to be going any further than that, because then it opens up the offside for Griffith. Nice away on the onside. Quick single. That's good running. That'll be a very important aspect in this run chase, running between the wickets. They'll be looking to keep the scoreboard moving here. Any opportunity, playing it with soft hands and maneuvering the ball into the gaps, that's going to be key. Nicely bowled. Further up. And onto that front foot. Still early days, 2.4 overs. Batters, they need to get their eye in. You got to work hard here at times at the Tolerance Oval on a slow wicket, especially coming from the overseas. This time he makes room and he spooned that one up to the covers. Captain takes the catch. Isha with a brilliant take. And UAE getting another one. 2 down. This time she was trying to hit over the top at the end. Just undone with the lack of pace. One hand bat off the bat as well and straight to covers. Captain making no mistake. Alice gone now. So they've lost both their openers. 10 for 2. Essex 2 down early, under pressure against UAE. 2.5 overs. Very good delivery to finish. A very successful over. 3 overs gone. 10 for 2 Essex. Ten for 2 Essex. Desperately need a partnership at this stage. These two got to really get in and get the job done. Lovely flowing drive. Driving can be tricky on this surface, especially if you drive something away from your body and on the up. More than lateral movement, there's that lack of pace. That lack of pace can be your undoing on this surface if you commit yourself into those drives early. Got to play the ball late, just like that. Wait and wait, and then get the placement. Single there on the offside. It's a slow start for Essex. It's a great start for ECB with the ball. Wonderful catching. Fielding looks sharp. Very good delivery. No real feet movement there from the new batter, Miller. Just hanging her bat outside, off stump. She didn't commit to that stroke. She's got to convince herself to get forward on this pitch. Nice drive, but she doesn't get past her at backward point. Very good bowling so far. Not going short on this surface. It's just about perfect. Bowling a nagging length, making it difficult with no pace whatsoever to work with. This time she's gone through the leg side. Will just be a single. Another very good over. 5 deliveries, just 2 singles. The pressure is building on the batters of Essex. Griffith and Miller. Nice drive. She was looking for that quick single. Had to hurry back. 4 overs gone. 12 for 2. Twelve for 2. Essex off to a slow start. Beautifully bowled. And Duja bowling a wonderful length. Creating few problems here. 3 for 1 and 2.1 overs. Absolutely magnificent figures. Nicely played this time. She gets it through. Fast outfield. First boundary here from her. It was beautifully timed. Waited a fraction longer to find the placement. Good shot from Miller. She picks up her first boundary. Good signs for Essex. Lofted, and once again outstanding bit of timing here, as she didn't try to hit that one hard. Great placement. Mid-off was up in the ring and mid-on was slightly wider. She went dead straight down the ground. Excellent stroke. A much needed impetus to the innings. Still long way to go for her to convert this start to something substantial. Clearly, and that's too wide. Offside off stump. She's bowled really well. Just an overcorrection there, where she just tried to push that one across. got to get back to her length, that chord of uncertainty. Onto that middle and leg stump, and a quick single shy at the bowler's end. She doesn't hit. Will have to be careful in running between the wickets. These two can't afford a mix-up. They've lost already 2 wickets. To set up this run chase, they need a rearguard action. And Miller, she's looking good here. Griffith's yet to get going, but she'll be looking to occupy the crease at the moment. No real timing on that one. She tried to fetch it from off stump. Another very good delivery, change of pace. Nice breeze blowing. Wonderful conditions for cricket here at the Tolerance Oval here in Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi Women's T20 2025 second game. Essex chasing 158. She had a real go at that one. Didn't make any connection. 5 overs gone. 22 for 2. "22 for 2 Essex after 5 overs. Slow start. The last over, Miller, he found the middle of the bat on a couple of occasions, getting few boundaries away. And it's time for the skipper of ECB Women's, Isha, into the attack. Played well with the bat. As she comes on, she's got an important job to do with the ball. Bowling right arm off spin. Nicely bowled. Just anchored on the crease here. She's got to get her feet going. Try and use your feet. Get back quickly and punch off the back foot. Square of the wicket. Up and over. That'll be a boundary. She really slashed it hard. There was width from Isha. Perfect opportunity there. Good thing about that shot, she went really hard at it. Flashed it hard and flew away for a boundary. Clipped away on the onside, straight to mid-wicket. She can afford to push the ball further up and possibly can push through a little quicker as well. It's a slow wicket, so you have to adjust your pace as a spinner. Worked away on the onside. That'll be another boundary, so Miller really finding her feet here. That's her fourth boundary. Space of 2 overs. Got a little counter punch coming in from her. It was safe shot as well. Playing along the angle, playing with the spin. Another single on the onside. So good signs here for Essex. 6 overs gone. 31 for 2. $31 for 2 after 6 overs. Little partnership developing between Griffith and Miller for Essex. Current run rate just around 5 runs. So they're off to a slow start. They're going to have to rebuild and rebuild quickly. 127. That required rate has gone above 9 runs per over. Nicely done. Through the offside. Beautifully timed. She is really strong in that area. High back lift on top of the bounce, and all she did just placed it away from backward point for a boundary. So certainly Miller, she is really finding the middle of the bat of late, which is just a great sign here for Essex. They'll be hoping a big knock from her, take them close and get over the line. That's much better delivery. Right up at the stumps, making her play straight. A slow wicket, ideally, as a bowler, you would want the batters to come onto that front foot, make them play down the ground. It's difficult to play down the ground. Straight to the fielder on the onside. Good comeback after that boundary. Clearly making a conscious effort and adjustment. No width whatsoever on this surface. That's what she has done so far. Slow bumper into the surface. The umpire will have a look at that one, and he's called it as a wide and 1 of the over. She went in to the deck, hitting the surface hard. There's tennis ball bounce in this surface. It was too short. A bonus run here for Essex. Straight away on the offside will just be a single. They really need a couple of big overs to just turn things around and put pressure back on ECB Women's. Cracking shot. Absolutely nailed it. She's hit that so hard. What a way to finish the 7th over. Griffith really She latched onto that one in style. 41 for 2 after 7. "41 for 2 after 7 overs. More spin. Michelle Botha into the attack. She's got a role to play here. Oh, little fumble. That's a little sloppy. Moments like this can just turn things towards the opposition. You've got to be relentless with your effort to keep the pressure on. Nicely tucked away on the onside. Good stuff. Michelle Botha holding left arm orthodox. Good start from her. Cut away. Oh, she's overran that one and get undone by the backspin. Cost her 4 there. Unlucky for the bowler. Fraction too short. She can get his length slightly fuller, but that was straight to her. Unfortunately, she just overran and overcommitted towards her right. No chance. Brilliant bowling. Superb length. That's the length. She's got to be there and thereabouts. Very good use of the feet. Another boundary. This time off the front foot. And nothing wrong with the delivery. Just terrific use of the feet from Griffith. Getting to the pitch of the ball. The moment she saw it above her eye line, she got committed into using her feet and getting that one away. Superb stuff. Swept away on the onside. So very good over here for Essex. 8 overs gone. 51 for 2. Essex.
Well, this is a good little partnership being building now between Griffith and Miller. And they'll just want to keep up the momentum in their favour. Thompson coming in for the first time. Another left arm spinner. This has been hit hard. It's going towards the boundary and a much needed one. So what a way to welcome Thompson. Slightly short and cashing on to the opportunity. Not losing out on these loose deliveries. Yeah, just marginally short, and how quickly she has gotten into an excellent position and has found the gap to precision. All of a sudden now the runs are coming for Essex. It's just that they need to ensure that they don't lose wickets at this stage. Once again, a loosener. It's going towards the fine leg this time. And yes, it will reach the fence. So back-to-back boundaries. So things are looking much better for Team Essex as to compare to what they were early on initially, where they lost those 2 wickets. And yet again, too short, drifting down the leg side, and she's worked it beautifully for another boundary. But she must be under some pressure. Katie Thompson needs to find her line. The length is okay, that can be adjusted, but the line is drifting to the leg side. Yeah, that's much better. That's a beautiful ball. If she can be persistent and be disciplined and just continue ball on those lines, there will be a wicket coming in for Katie Thompson. Coming around the wicket between the umpires. That's a huge hit. And that is gone out of here. Outrageous shot. It's turning out to be a massive over in the context of play. And all of a sudden now, Essex team, they'll believe they've got a great chance to win this game. Yeah, and good to see the captain, Isha Oza, straight away has gone down to Katie Thompson, having a quiet word with her as to where you need to be bowling to Griffith. She's so strong. If you bowl anything in her zones, 14 runs have been looted already. Still 2 legal deliveries remaining. That's been cut away. Protection. So this is a very smart approach by Griffith. She knows that she's already gotten runs in this over, so you don't want to be taking any unnecessary risks. And that's where the game awareness comes into play. You need to have the sensible approach, and so far she's been smart, has been Griffith, alongside her partner Cordelia Griffith. She too is playing a very valuable knock. Walked away towards the short mid. They might just consider to come back for the second, and it was Griffith who showed no interest. Nonetheless, this is an excellent over coming in for Team Essex. 9 gone, 67 for 2. Michelle both had to continue. Bowled a good first over. That is a good delivery and not the best of shot selections. Tried to sweep that one. It was a bit too full. And needs to be a little more careful with her approach. Beautifully played once again. Marginally short. Each and every dot delivery also is going to pile a bit of pressure on the Essex batters. And that last over, that has really put them back in the game. It was ECB women, they were doing a fine job until the last over, where they've gotten a big over. And 16 runs came in the 9th over. So you really need these kind of overs to go your way. And taking their chances and really catching on to the loose deliveries. And we saw 3 to 4 loose deliveries. And it just got the full treatment. Bowling it slightly quicker, but this is very smart batting. A bit of finesse involved. Just using the pace. She saw that Michelle Botha was trying to bowl a little quicker onto the stumps. That's where she created room for herself. And look at this. A lovely shot. Just simple placement, and the quick outfield has done the rest. It's a good little comeback for Team Essex, where they were 10 for 2, mind you, in 3 overs. Lovely delivery and equally well played. It's good forward defense. This partnership is now worth 58 runs. Adds a lot of value to their team. And this innings has certainly provided a lot of impetus. Tossed up, playing it with straighter bat, and she's done well. You can see a dot delivery to close out. A good over, she's done well. We are halfway through. In the second innings, it's 72 for 2 after 10. A much needed drinks break for the women out there in the middle, because the conditions out there, it's quite hot and humid. It's not easy at all to be playing under such excess heat out there. That's been swept away, but into the hands of the fielder. I think it's a great move considering the captain. We know how handy she is with the ball, so she's taking the charge and she's decided to take the matters in her own hands. Realizes it's high time they need to disengage this partnership, because both the batters have gotten off to a good start and both look in ominous form. Beautifully played. That is a magnificent stroke yet again. Marginally short and got into an excellent position so quickly. Went down on one knee and crushed it towards the deep mid wicket where there's no protection. Finding the gaps beautifully here. Both the batters there up and running. All of a sudden, the match has shifted into the favor. The pendulum, rather, has heavily shifted into the favor of Team Essex. After not such a good start, where they were 10 for 2. Then came these two. And after both the openers going cheaply, number 3 and number 4 batters are doing a tremendous job. This is a very sensible and mature knock we're witnessing. And not to forget, they were batting at a situation where there was a lot of pressure in the middle. ECB women bowlers, they were bowling in the right areas, and it just wasn't easy to get away from them. But then these two, they stood tall and they're doing a fine job so far. So now they've got protection. They've got a deep square leg alongside a deep mid wicket. Also, A long on and a long off in play. So there's a lot of real estate towards the offside region. And as we speak, now they're making a change for Griffith. They've opted to bring the deep square leg in, and the deep cover goes back. So now the margin of error for Isha Oza, the captain, becomes minimal. Anything marginally down the leg side, and we'll see Griffith sweeping it. That's good. That's bowling according to your field. She's conceded a boundary, but nonetheless, it has been a good little recovery, giving 6 runs. If she can close out the over well, I think job well done. And maybe she can go back to her strike bowlers in Doja and Shashikala, who bowled exceptionally well in their opening burst. Gives a single to close out the 11th over. Essex are going along well at 79 for 2. $79 more required in the last 9 overs. We've already seen a nail biter which went in the last delivery in the opening game, and even this one promises to be an absolute nail biter. We're expecting to have a close finish yet again, and this was pretty much on the cards where two top quality sides clash against each other. It's the opening game for both their teams, and there's a very strong breeze going across to our right. You can see the shirts fluttering, gives you an indication this has been hit hard down the ground. And that's a glorious stroke once again. She's hit it straight like an arrow. And the key to success on that shot, that she always wanted to hit it down the ground towards the V. It's a very safe shot to up. Look at this flurry of her blade. And the moment she knew, she wasn't even running for it because she knew that that's going to be a boundary. Things are looking much, much better at the moment for... Oh, that is a beautiful delivery. Top class. And this is where, if Michelle Botha, she can be persistent and a bit more disciplined and keep on bowling in those nagging, teasing lengths. That's where I believe there will be a wicket coming soon. There is something for the spinners. Hit hard once again, but not finding the gap. So this is turning out to be a calculated knock by both the batters, and it's not that you need to dismiss a specific batter. You can dismiss anyone at this stage because both of them are going exceptionally well. So you can't really be targeting that you need to get out Miller or Griffith. It's going to be an icing to the cake if you can just disengage this partnership and get a wicket of either of these two batters. Still, I believe ECB women, they are just 1 wicket away, and the moment the new batter, she walks in the middle, it's not going to be all that easy to really straight away getting into the act and playing those aggressive strokes, which, oh, beautifully done. That is a glorious stroke yet again. It's such a difficult shot to execute, and she's made it look so simple in the end. End of the 12th over. Essex 87 for 2. Isha Oza, the captain, to bowl her 3rd over. She hasn't proven to be expensive, but hasn't looked to be threatening as well. They're just milking her around and opting to pick up those singles and doubles, and that is the demand of the current situation of the game. You don't really have to go all guns blazing. The required run rate is still pretty much in their hands, but they might just feel they need one good over of 10-12 runs per over just to really get that required run rate down. Cut away, dot delivery. Even dot deliveries are going to put some pressure on Team Essex. The moment you bowl those dot deliveries, that's where you will see urgency coming in from the batters, and they look to play those big shots. And that's where an opportunity will arise. Balls it quicker. She's smashed it towards deep mid wicket. Gets a single. Talking about both these batters in the middle, Florence Miller and Cordelia Griffith, they've got a great opportunity to pick up, to rather score a half century, and that too in the opening game of Abu Dhabi Women's T20. This is going to give them a lot of confidence. Tossed up, hit hard. Rather, it's been belted out of the park. It's a huge maximum. So things not really working for ECB women. The captain, she decided to take the charge and introduce herself, bowling another over, tossed up, and look at how beautifully she's used his feet. Came down the track, came onto the line of the delivery, and always wanted to hit it straight, not playing it across the line. Brilliant stuff. Smart. This is really smart batting. Quite similar deliveries we've seen the third ball and the fourth, the fourth and the fifth delivery, but this time she's decided we've already got the runs in this over. Let's not take any unnecessary chances. Single to close out another good over for Team Essex. It's 13 gone. 96 for 2. "86 runs is worth the partnership between Cordelia Griffith and Florence Miller." Shows how well these two have adapted to this surface where we've seen it's not all that easy to get runs, but these two, they have really battled it out. Hit hard towards the cow corner and gets only a single. So still, I believe the match is pretty much in the grasp of Team Essex. They don't have to do anything extraordinary, and they are getting those loose deliveries in their favor. A new bowler has been introduced. It's going to be Hina Hochandani. Can she provide the important breakthrough for her side? Also, it's quite surprising that Induja Nandakumar, she's bowled exceptionally well. Given only 13 in a span of 3 overs, she's got 1. And also, Shashikala, she bowled 7 dot deliveries out of the 12 deliveries she's bowled. Cut away nicely, only a single. So showing a lot of faith and trust in Hina Hochandani, another fine talent. She can really give a few revs onto the ball. She's got a very nice, lovely action. Comes onto the wicket smooth. Swift run up. Toss it. That's a tossed up delivery, and it's a lovely stroke once again. And also with that shot, Team Essex have reached the 100 mark in the 14th over. Yeah, we can see Hina, she's not very pleased with the effort. She believes should have been stopped. It was a good tossed up delivery, but yet again, the key to success with the batters is the use of the feet. They've been really busy in the middle, and that is what has been really made life tough for ECB women. Tossed up, gently pushed away towards long off. And we've seen all cricketing strokes so far by both these excellent batters in the middle. It's not that they're just trying to play the big shots. They've cashed on to the loose deliveries and ensured they don't miss out onto the loose ones. That's where they've been so good in this innings. Miller and Griffith. 14 gone, 105 for 2. Still 53 required, and just the last 6 overs remaining. 1 wicket is what they need to get back right in this game. It's hit hard, and that's the wicket which they were desperately looking after. And it's the captain. She's provided the most important breakthrough of this innings. Once again comes down the track, and that ball slightly drifting away. And that is a magnificent take. Sensational stuff in the middle. And now ECB women should believe that they've got a real chance to make a comeback in this game. A new batter walking it at this stage, it's not going to be all that easy to just straight away getting into the act. The captain, Aisha Oza, leading from the front, has provided them the important breakthrough which they were looking for a very long time. We saw those early wickets falling in 3 overs. They were 10 for 2 in 2.5 at one stage, and then a brilliant partnership coming in of 95 runs. Tossed up, lovely delivery. They're going for the appeal, but the umpire seems to be unmoved. The keeper heard something, but the captain, Isha Oza, she wasn't very amused. So this could be that over which they were looking for. A wicket and a few dot deliveries just to get the momentum back in their favor. And we've seen from the last 10 overs, the pendulum has shifted in the favor of Team Essex, and that's something which they can't really afford at this stage. You need to be on your toes, and that was a misfield down there in the deep mid-wicket region. Each and every single run is going to be so vital. They need another 50 more runs. The required run rate is creeping, and that is all because of this good over until she's hit this in the gap. Long chase and brilliant bit of work. Excellent fielding. That's definitely saved a run or two for her side. It's turning out to be such an eventful over. Look at this. Lovely stroke. And bisecting between the two fielders. She's done a fine job. Worked her way towards a deep mid wicket. Gets only a single. So no boundary conceded in this over. And also they've disengaged the most important partnership in this innings. 15 gone. Nelson on the board. 111 for 3. Lovely last over by Isha Oza, the captain, taking the charge. She's done for the night. She's bowled her spell. That is a beautiful shot. Swept away and swept away with precision. So just when they thought that they've picked up a wicket, Miller has struck that towards the boundary, and also she's reached her 50. This has been such a valuable knock, and look at the confidence. It's oozing out of the blade. And this has to go down as one of the best knocks for Miller. She knows that the job is not done yet. Florence Miller, she'll have to stay right till the end. She knows the value of her wicket. If she goes, or rather if she gets out at this stage, that means you're going to have two new batters in the crease. So this is where she'll have to be a little smart in her approach. And talking about the new batter, Sophia Smale, she can just nudge it around. So far the big shots aren't really required. Yeah, if it's there to be hit, go for it. Otherwise, you don't really need to take any unnecessary chances. Loose deliveries will come your way. You've got plenty of deliveries to face. She decides to go for a big shot, use her feet, but not getting any timing or power. What a brilliant game of cricket we're witnessing, and so we still don't know which way this is going. It's just equally well balanced. The pendulum has slightly shifted, I believe, in the favor of Team ECB women. But this is skied up in the air. It's not gone too far, and luckily it's away from the field. There could have been another wicket going down. Hina Hochandani, she hasn't bowled all that bad. It's just that she needs to just slow her pace slightly and also adjust her length. Bowl a little back of the length and let the ball turn. Yeah, just like that. That's a good delivery. Very good ball. So if she can just be a little consistent with these lengths, that's where I believe a wicket will come. That's been heaved away towards deep mid-wicket, gets a single. And after conceding a boundary on the very first delivery, Hina, she's done well. 16 gone, 119 for 3. Well, we've already seen a close finish in the opening game of Abu Dhabi Women's T20, Yorkshire against Tasmanian Tigers. And it was Tasmanian Tigers, they held their nerves, and in the end they were victorious. And even this game, it just looks like it's going down to the last delivery. That is a lovely stroke, but so unfortunate. It's Hina Chandani takes a brilliant take. She kept her calmness, kept her composure, kept her eyes on the ball, and has taken an excellent take, coming wide off the crease. And they've picked up another timely wicket. Beautiful catch. Lovely technique. And this was something which they were desperately after, to pick up another wicket, and they've gotten it. It's Sophie Smale. She'll have to go back after scoring just the 3 runs. 119 for 4. This is brilliant captaincy by Isha Oza. She did not hold the over, just the one over of Induja. She opted to bring her early, and straight away she's provided important breakthrough yet again. A dot delivery. Now this is getting interesting and also a bit too tough for Team Essex, because as a new batter, as I mentioned earlier as well, it's going to be tough. So what she needs to do is, Amara Kerr, is ensure she gets Florence Miller on strike. That's an outside edge, and luckily that could have gone into the hands of the third fielder. Shot third fielder was slightly wider. So that 1 over of the captain Isha Oza, and now Induja Nandakumar doing a fine job. This is the wicket they're desperately after. Florence Miller. And she's now holding the key for Team Essex. Drifting down the leg side. Yeah, that's a good ball, Induja. She's very smart in her operation at the moment. What she's doing is she's not offering any kind of pace whatsoever. She's asking Florence Miller to be using her force and try to go for a big shot. Use her power. Hit hard. Brilliant bit of fielding. They're coming back for the second. This could be close. Oh, direct hit. And this would have been so interesting. Gets an applause from her captain, Isha Oza. She's up and running. There's a lot of chirping going down in the center. They know there's so much on the line. They're playing their first game, and you would want to start off your campaign with a win under your belt. And that too beating one of the top quality sides, Essex. Just the 3 runs coming in. Last delivery. Induja steaming in. That's a big shot towards the long on, and brilliant bit of work. Hina Hochandani, you can't really keep her out the game, can you? She saved a few runs first, taking a brilliant catch, and now yet again getting into the act. Absolute live wire. 17 gone, 124 for 4. Which way is this match heading? Time will tell. 34 required in the last 18 deliveries. Amara Kerr, she's just made her way in the center. Can she hit a couple of big blows? Hina Hochandani to continue. Tossed up and very close. Could have been a cotton ball chance. Singles I don't really think is going to be a problem. But so much is on the line now, and Amara Kerr, she's done the right thing straight away in the very first ball. She's ensured she gives the strike to Florence Miller, and this is what is required. She's in sublime touch, sublime form now. This is skied up in the air. Is this a chance? It is. They've picked up the most important wicket, and she was the one who could have taken her team over the line. Florence Miller has been caught trying to go for that big shot, going down on one knee. It was a slog sweep, but it was a mistimed shot, leading edge. Makes no mistake, takes a good catch. What a terrific turnaround to this game. And now ECB women, they'll believe they are the ones in control. They're having an upper hand. And what a dominant performance. What a comeback. And now they'll believe they are inching closer to a victory. Excellent knock though by Florence Miller. She's played a gem of an innings, 57 in just 47 deliveries. And she will be dejected getting out at the wrong time. It's 125 for the loss of 5. Eva Gray, the captain, has walked out in the center where her team is in a bit of bother. In fact, a lot of trouble now. Couple of runs, excellent bit of running, good coordination, and the captain gets off the mark with a couple of runs. Still the match is not over. Yeah, a few worried faces now in the dugout. Comes down the track, hits it hard, but not far enough. They're coming back for the second though, and I think she's gone. The umpire hasn't even gone upstairs because she was well short, and all of a sudden now things are looking quite bleak, and the chances to win this game are looking quite bleak. Yeah, trying to go for the big shot. Excellent bit of fielding, good pick up and throw. And Hina Hochandani once again, she's been excellent in the fielding department. Look at the celebration, it just says it all, how much it means to her. So Essex are losing wickets, and losing wickets at the wrong time. Hina Hochandani, she's bowling a lovely over. She's knocked her over. What a brilliant delivery, tossed up. And she was just trying to manufacture something, Munro, on her very first delivery. But Hina Hochandani, she is just everywhere. We've seen her taking a brilliant catch. We've seen her saving a few runs in the outfield, getting a run out previously, and now she's done and created magic with the ball. She's gotten another wicket, and this is a sorry departure yet again. Things aren't looking too good for Team Essex, and it's UAE or ECB Women, they're on the top. What a turnaround to this game. Essex, they were cruising along when they were 105 for 2 in 14 overs. And then all of a sudden, it was the captain Isha Oza. She came in, picked up an important wicket. And then joining in the act was Hina Hochandani. She's bowled a brilliant over. 18 gone. It's 129 for 7. Michelle Botha to be bowling her last over. She was brilliant so far, and I believe she's got a great opportunity to really pick up a wicket or two now, because two new batters at the crease. Oh, very, very close. The impact was, of course, outside the off stump. Yeah, it's just getting out of their hands. They need a couple of big hits if they've got any chance to be getting close to this target. Yeah, trying to go for the sweep shot, and once again not getting the timing. Maybe she can just try to play according to the merit of the delivery. That's the delivery's been pitched outside off stump, so that inside out shot can come into play. Lovely delivery. She's bowling exceptionally well so far. And unlucky she hasn't picked up a wicket, Michelle Botha, but she's been economical, and also she was brought in to the attack at a time where it was Cordelia Griffith and Florence Miller. They were going along so well, and to keep them quiet at that stage, it was job well done. She was applying pressure from one end, not giving many runs, and the other end, the wickets were falling. So we need to give a lot of credit to Michelle Botha. She's bowled her heart out, and she's done exceptionally well. Now this is in the air, and finally she gets a much well-deserved reward in the form of a wicket. So inching closer to victory, and they're falling like pack of cards now, Team Essex. Another wicket has fallen, and some disciplined bowling has gotten Michelle Botha a wicket in her last over. Perfect delivery onto the line, good release, good flight, and once again the catching has been top notch. Hardly have you seen any catches being put down. Shows there's a lot of hard work being put behind the scenes. 130 for 8. But there is now a high possibility that Team Essex, they could be bowled out here. Going along well at one stage, and then all of a sudden wickets falling left, right and centre. Michelle Botha, she's bowling exceptionally well. Another dot delivery. Yeah, I think it's now pretty much done and dusted. It's a bit too much to ask for. A lot of runs required, and just the 7 more deliveries to go. Places it towards the long off region, gets a single, and she's going to retain strike in the last over of this innings. Brilliant spell by Michelle Botha. She's done for the night with the figures of 25 for 1 in 4 overs. 131 for 8 after 19. It's the last over of this innings, 27 required, and I don't really think that Essex is going to get those. Just because you're asking a bit too much from the low order batters. Very close. That could have been another wicket. It's a very risky shot to opt to play, exposing all the 3 stumps. It was a good delivery by Hina Hochandani. She's certainly enjoyed her outing in the middle, and has done exceptionally well by bowling discipline line specifically. This is in the air, and it's been dropped, which is quite a rare sight to say the least. We haven't really seen any fielders dropping any kind of chances, and this time she's let that go, and could have been easily the 3rd wicket for Hina Hochandani. This has been a magnificent performance by ECB women playing their opening game, and surely they've come out with a plan. Dot. Yeah, now mathematically it's over. Even if she goes on to hit 3 huge sixes, it's not going to be possible. Kelly Castle, she bowled well in the first innings, but now it's a bit too much to ask. Another dot. Excellent spell by the spinners, and also of course Induja Nandakumar. She bowled her heart out. Then Isha and Michelle Botha and Hina Hochandani. These 3 spinners did a fine job. Sweeps it towards the fine leg, gets a boundary, but it's not really going to bother ECB women because they know the match is pretty much done and dusted. So just one last delivery of formality to be done, Now, this is something which we've seen the batters, they've been trying so hard from a long time, trying to shuffle across the stumps and sweep, and more often than not, we've seen them not getting much success. They'll have to come out with a plan B. Last delivery of this game. It's hit hard. It's not gone anywhere. Just a single, and that's the end of this match. Match number 2 turned out to be a pretty much one-sided encounter in the end. It was Team Essex. They were going along so well. And I think we need to give a lot of credit to Isha Oza. Her leadership qualities, it made a huge difference in the middle. She was so smart in the rotation of her bowlers and got the spinners at the right time. And they are the happier bunch compared to Team Essex, winning by 18 runs. Handshakes all around. It was a good game of cricket. But I believe ECB women, they've played better cricket today. And Essex, they will be looking to bounce back strong in their next encounter. And should be taking a lot of learning and experience. The coaching staff, the management, they will be pretty much obliged and pleased with the performance by Team ECB women. They've really done their homework and they did have a strategy and a plan. And they've executed it to perfection. Well, it wasn't the best of starts for Team Essex, where they lost their 2 openers pretty early, and then that 95-run partnership between Cordelia Griffith and Florence Miller. And that was the time where things were slipping out of the hands of ECB women. But Isha Oza and Hina Hochandani getting those important wickets. And since then, you can see the low order batters couldn't really capitalize and couldn't really put any kind of resistance to this innings. And it's just 139 is all they could have managed in the end. A very impressive bowling scorecard in front of us. And Duja Nandakumar, she bowled beautifully. 2 wickets and 18 is what she's given in her 4 overs. Shashika Silva, 2 overs, 1 important wicket is what she took. Isha Oza, the captain, she brought herself into the attack at a very crucial stage and did pick up that important wicket. And then also, of course, the 2 spinners, Michelle Botha and Hina Hochandani, brilliant on this big occasion and have bowled exceptionally well. Just the 3 extras is what they've offered. Brilliant discipline. It shows that there's a lot of hard work being put behind the scenes and also in the net camp. Well, that's the match summary for match number 2. ECB women, they were put into bat first and they scored 157. Isha Oza, the captain, leading from the front. 45 is what she scored. Rajat also playing a handy knock, 36. And Maqsood, she bowled exceptionally well. 2 wickets for her. Kopak and Castle also picking up 1 wicket, but that was not enough to stop Essex. Essex in the end, they scored 139 and they fell short by 18 runs. Miller and Griffith playing excellent in the middle. ECB have easily won this game by 18 runs. Right, then we're just going to dive into a short break, and once we are back, we will be all set for the post-match presentation. Stay tuned. Welcome to the post-match presentation of Abu Dhabi Women T20 2025. In match number 2, Essex winning the toss and deciding to bowl first, where ECB Women posting a decent target of 157 in the allotted 20 overs. In reply, it was a good little chase, good little fight, but they managed to score just the 139 in the allotted 20 overs. And in the end, it was ECB Women. They won this game comprehensively by 18 runs. It's now time to invite the winning captain to please step forward, and also, mind you, she is the player of the match. She's been exceptional, so I'll just have a few words. Isha Oza, congratulations. It was a brilliant performance, opening game of the tournament. What are your thoughts and how do you feel?
Well, I think it's good to get off the mark in this way. We started off well with the bat. We had a good power play. We built the innings. We didn't finish as well as we wanted to, but I mean, in the end, like, that's cricket. And second innings, we put in everything we had and we came up on top.
Well, you were brilliant in the first innings, of course, with the bat, but then again, we have to talk about your bowling. You came out to bowl at such a stage where the opponents, they were cruising along.
Yeah, I mean, so with the wind factor here, like there's a strong breeze on this side, so there's high probabilities of getting hit for more runs from this end. So it was important to like just bowl maybe tougher lines to score off. So that's all I was trying to do. And yeah, I mean, they had a few good batters. They were playing good shots. They were getting runs of good shots. So you can't do much of that. But yeah, I mean, it just takes one ball. If you get a key wicket out, if you get a key player out, that's what can turn the game.
And what do you think exactly was the turning point of the game?
I think the pressure we built in the middle by getting those couple of wickets, the two set batters, I think that changed the momentum from their side to our side, because they were cruising until then. They were putting a bit of pressure on us as well, but I think we as a team, we fought hard still. We didn't like succumb under the pressure, and yeah.
Congratulations, Isha Oza. You were absolutely phenomenal. Congratulations and best of luck for the next games.
Thank you, sir.
That was Isha Oza, the captain, and of course the player of the match. She's done exceptionally well with the bat, with the ball, and in the end they've won this game comfortably. We're done and dusted for the post-match presentation, but don't go anywhere as we've got another exciting game lined up. It's going to be the Blaze taking on Team Surrey. Until then, just stay tuned.